Welcome to the Blonde Gator podcast. Here
No, fuck you.
we're gonna talk about
What did we say we call it? Rock
Yeah.
Talk?
Rock Talk, I think it was.
Bro, Rock Talk's
'Cause, like,
funny.
Rock Talk sounds funny, and like nobody's using it. The last person to use it was like a dead geology YouTube channel, I'm pretty sure. Which is kind of nice.
We could be the next Dead Geology YouTube channel.
Yo, dead geology YouTube. Wait, I know Rock dead.
Who? Oh, our
Are they
rocks?
kind of dead? So that means it's dead. Dead
Are
dead.
rocks alive to begin with? I don't really think so.
I don't. Not that I know of. Maybe Cole.
I kind of hope not.
I think Cole might have used to be alive. Those are like dead, whatever they used to be.
Can you buy
Fossil Phil,
Cinemark tickets with the gift cards, or are they just the food?
You can buy tickets here.
You can buy tickets, yeah.
'Cause I have like two. And I
We
can't
are.
use them every time we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you gonna go work at the college? Not college, high school game.
Going to Blonde Gator High School and Blonde Gator Engineering. Go to Salon Factory.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, where did you go? You said you went had an interview. Where'd you interview at?
I interview. It was like a Zoom call for GameStop, but I think I'm gonna not do that because I'm doing an interview for Subway on Monday. I'm gonna do Subway, and then I'm gonna do.
Hopefully they say yes.
I would.
Subway seems so much easier.
Subway?
No, it doesn't.
No, it does
Put
not.
stuff on bread.
Nobody goes to GameStop.
It's just
anymore.
put stuff on bread, bro.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
GameStop is just sit behind the counter.
Yeah, that's even less.
Yeah, that sounds boring.
You can be on your phone the entire time.
Can't be on your phone.
You can't do that in Subway. Well, I guess you can.
I think about it as Subway.
You guys ever watch the Subway videos? Like the odd one is out.
Oh yeah.
What if it's like that?
I'm just saying, yeah, from what I've heard from those videos and like Yusuf, but then again, Yusuf hates every job that he ever worked. Like,
it's a leave in a month because fucking Guineasons.
my favorite memory of him telling me about Subway was he said that like every single person that walked in that Subway he just instantly hated.
He's not really
but
having a wicked.
he said he like I think he pushes himself way too hard. And I mean, like, I get it, you gotta make money.
He did not push himself at all at McDonald's, bro.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, but he's there for, like, what, 8 hours, right?
Oh, that is true. Sometimes
that's tiring on your mental. And, like, over time it wears on you.
So, I don't think Yusuf just likes that, like, the service type jobs.
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard of anyone really liking them, unless they had like a bunch of their friends.
Yeah, I hope I don't have to do a service job. If I could just get internships.
Internships sound fun. I don't really. Do you get paid during internships?
Not all of them.
Yeah, I remember hearing that a lot of them don't.
Well, cause a lot of them are just like, building connections. It's just kind of bullshit, but it's like, whatever.
Does it work to actually build connections?
Hopefully, like, I want to try to get an internship at like NASA or something.
What the?
What?
I don't know where you can get in. What's it called? Scholarships. So really, like, anywhere sounds cool to me.
I don't even qualify for like most scholarships. Like, I guess like technically qualify for special ed scholarships, but I felt kind of bad about applying for like trying to get that.
Why, dude?
Like I'm not technically like I'm sped in like the legal sense, not in the actual sense.
So you capitalize on it.
I probably should.
Yeah, dude.
Now the other one.
Does what is it called? Does Old Navy sell good clothes? Does Old Navy sell good clothes?
What the hell did you just say?
Yeah, I had good.
Does Old Navy sell good clothes?
Yeah.
Old Navy sells decent clothes. Yeah, they sell pretty like
right now.
They sell like some simplistic stuff, you know.
Yeah,
Basically, if you need a tire, just go there.
that's not bad
You're not
actually.
looking for any fancy stuff. They got like I need to look decent for church clothes. They got the
Put on some.
They're pretty middle of the road, like mid-range.
yeah.
They're not like budget discount, not like Walmart, but they're not like going to Macy's good. Well, actually, is Macy's even that good anymore?
I don't know. I don't go to
I
Macy's.
hate Macy's.
I always have to walk by the perfume.
I don't like the place.
I don't mind it.
I don't like most. I like Walmart. Well, no, I don't. I hate Walmart. That's a lie. I like the environment, like how it feels different, but I also hate just going there.
What about IKEA?
Oh, IKEA's sick.
I think
that's like-
IKEA
that's
is
not really a department
probably
store.
like. Oh, that's true.
It's like
I don't really know what
department, is it?
qualifies.
Look this up.
It's a Swedish
It's a
factory where they build Swedish people.
wait.
I don't
even
know.
what they are exactly. They're a
They-
franchise store, I
they-
guess.
Aren't they like an SCP?
That's yeah, like the SCP, like the Infinite IKEA. Awesome.
I don't know, dude. I mean, honestly, I could see if you were running from someone, and IKEA would be the most terrifying store. Like,
Like just
the whole, it all just doesn't, it feels surreal
the whole place.
to me. Yeah, the whole place.
I think it's probably what the SCP is based off of, to be honest. Like,
Just that surreal
and
feeling.
then like the never-ending, surrealist maze.
Yeah.
Mass, I guess. What? I never thought of that. I never really thought of it like that.
Dude, that's awesome.
Someone was making a video game based upon that, like a survival-based
IKEA survival.
Yeah, exactly. It was pretty much that.
That sounds silly, but it also sounds like something I'd play, so
I mean,
I
like,
hope it does come out.
survival games are hella popular. Combine that with a kind of a quirky or interesting idea of surviving in a fucking IKEA.
Yeah.
Like that's cool.
There's a lot of survival games. I feel like you have to. Well, of course, this goes for any video game, but I feel like you have to separate yourself by like having some sort of twist.
Oh yeah.
What's that one survival game that came out where you're like tiny as hell in a backyard? So like,
Oh, I think I got
yeah, so like a spider will be like gargantuan,
Grounded. I think it's called.
grounded.
So
it. Yeah, I think that's good.
Dude, I just saw a clip of like someone turning around, like they killed a spider and it was like the size of them, right? And then a big spider came out at them, and then they started screaming. The clip just got cut off. I was like,
That's awesome.
yeah, I think I'll pass.
This game co-op?
Yeah, it's co-op, I'm pretty sure.
How much?
But it's also early access, so
Oh, it's $30.
I don't think it's worth getting.
yeah.
Oh.
They need to make Subnautica co-op, though.
They said they would never make that co-op. That's my problem.
Is there a mod for it? So it could be like Skyrim co-op?
Probably. I think there was a mod for it, honestly.
They really should have capitalized on that. Even if it was jank as hell, like as long as there was a stable connection, I think people wouldn't complain.
Dude, I'm sure like this. I can't open headphones.
Big
Headphone.
Big brain Adam.
Like, did you get new headphones or?
I got earbuds because I'm gonna be on the bus to fucking BTS.
To BTS. That sounds so weird.
What? Yeah.
No.
No, I get the McDonald's BTS.
I am not getting a medium Coke when I get a McDonald's. Being a lawyer.
You are getting.
I am not
Yeah,
getting the medium. Fuck
You're
you.
getting the BTS meal though.
I don't
I
want
think
the
the reason why they only sold a medium Coke for the BTS meal is probably because in every other place a McDonald's is, like every other country, the medium is a large.
Yeah.
Like, I remember seeing a clip, like, France's Coke compared to America's, their medium was a large. Or our medium was their large. Like, damn, no wonder we are obese.
Everything in America is supersized,
Oh.
except for dicks.
And it kind of makes me feel bad. Like, of course it does. But, like, saying, like, you're in shape in America is, like, you're still out of shape compared to the rest of the world.
Well,
Well, not really,
I don't think
but, like,
standards of like what looks like what we consider attractive or in shape changes from country to country too much more. But like how
It's
easy it
definitely-
is, it's different.
Average.
that's true.
Because I'm pretty sure like people still use the BMI in other countries, even if the BMI is not entirely accurate, because it's pretty fucky.
The BMI and, like, weight and scales and all that, they're not to the T accurate, telling you whether you're gonna, like, live or die or anything. But I still use them. Like,
Yeah,
I just take them with, like, a grain of salt.
I think it's the,
Yeah.
isn't like the fat. There's something about the fat ratio. It's something I forget what defines what makes you healthy, but something about like a fat ratio to muscle. Like you want to
I
live.
see.
I think JC, you want to probably like equal. Is it equal parts? I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on this. I'm not a health expert.
I'm not a health expert either. That's what I'm going to college for.
Yeah, you'll be the health expert. I'll be the tech expert, and then Gabe will. He'll be there.
Sandwich man.
Make a sandwich.
Nice.
Gabe fuels us.
Am I autistic, bro?
Sandwich man.
He feels us.
Like, no, he fuel.
Oh,
Fuel.
I had
F-U-E-L.
I had feel.
No, I
Like,
mean,
what?
if he wants
Hey,
to.
what do you want?
Make
No,
him feel up
You
the
know in
slum.
Ireland, Subway bread is considered cake.
Subway. No,
I mean,
It's
it's probably got so many additives that...
yeah, that's why it's not considered bread. Because they put hella sugar into it.
Subway.
Subway bread, the bread they serve at Subway is not a fucking piece of bread. Do you see the?
That's awesome.
I think food theory.
That's some America type stuff.
That is America type stuff.
I'm so proud of this country.
Did you know during the Cold War, the Americans airdropped medium-sized condoms labeled large to on Soviet territory to intimidate them without big dick sizes?
I didn't know we did that, but I do know why we won the Cold War. I don't even know if we won the Cold War, or if anybody won it. But that is a win.
Well, the Soviet Union doesn't exist, so we won.
Yay.
We won with crippling debt. Okay.
Is that why we're in crippling debt?
Part of the reason, it's a little more complicated than that. But like that's one of the reasons is because the massive amounts of military spending we had, combined with a lot of other things, and then there's all the wars in the Middle East. Generally speaking, us buying stuff from other countries, like transistors. And
do you think that we progress like with advancements because of war, like so much?
Yeah. Did you know the entire space race was specifically to advance military technology, right?
We're doing that for Luke's sake.
Mm.
And then there was like, World War II, you had like penicillin, you had all the atomic energy. Look at it. Atomic energy is one of the greatest greatest inventions of all humankind. It literally can power entire cities for almost 1,000 years on a single like fuel, a couple, however much uranium you need. It's not too much. I know it's a decent.
Wait, why don't we just do that?
Well, you see, the problem is United States. Like, so let's say California. So we live in California. Earthquakes. Look what happened to Fukushima in Japan. They had those well, to be fair, those reactors were poorly designed, but they had those 4 reactors that got shut down by. Let me check. Okay, get back. By those by the earthquakes, and that caused a whole lot of radiation to get leaked. California, United States just doesn't have a good place to put it. I guess.
Oh yeah, it's
I guess
true.
Colorado and Nevada, because they don't really get earthquakes out there.
But what about like tornadoes and?
They don't get. I don't think they get tornadoes in Colorado. Hold on.
That's true.
Natural disasters, Colorado. Natural disasters. Because like on the East Coast you get hurricanes, all that other shit. Oh.
East Coast, fuck.
Yeah, East Coast gets hurricanes. I think that's. I don't know if that's worse, but well, they do occasionally get earthquakes, but not that. They mostly get floods.
I mean,
Those on,
we're literally sitting on a fault line, right?
yeah, do not build a reactor here. It's a very bad idea. Why is Gabe ugly now?
So like, cause he is. Why can't we just? Hovering reactor, dude. Easy.
Oh, how do I think of that? Okay, but seriously, there's like some really. Was it like a micro nuclear reactor? I think I saw. Yeah, the people are looking at micro reactors. I think now, and these are like small reactors that could fit inside of a truck, and they could power like a house or something, but they won't like really explode. Because they're designed to be pretty safe.
That's cool.
Yeah.
See, man, technologies. Do you think people in a time in like, I guess not if it's like during World Wars, people are usually caught up on the news, but I feel like I'm so out of the loop on like all these super cool inventions coming out. Like, you think there are people who didn't realize all these cool things were being invented until like way later?
What do you mean?
I guess so. Like,
well, no, well, if you look at World War II, like there was the whole economic prosperity boom you had, and a lot of it was like this. Look, we won the war, and now there's like jobs for everyone type stuff. But I think people were kind of aware of technological advancements, but it doesn't mean they were acutely like.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Let's go.
I don't think people were acutely aware of like specific advancements. They just knew about them. Similarly, the nuke.
Yeah.
Everyone knew about the nuke from the 40s and 50s. You know, the iron in your desk, protect you from a fucking warhead type shit.
Oh yeah, because that'll protect you.
Yep. Well, the idea was that if you're far enough away that you won't like die, like it's either you do or don't die.
Yeah.
The death is gonna help. Because the idea is to stop debris, not the actual blast. Because if you're getting hit directly by a blast, you're dead. There's no saving you really. I don't think
they should have just made like the final option, like pray to whatever god you believe in.
Was it like 10 to the west? I forget how Muslims play, but whatever Yusuf does before 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Yusuf moment.
But yeah, nuclear technology is like really the next. I think is like our best bet for things, and like it's relatively safe. It's just the problem is they cost a lot.
I mean, we're already in debt. What's some more
people
debt?
looking for
cost.
People don't want looking for the I guess people are looking for the easy solution. That's just how things are.
Yeah, I've come to notice that, like, and that always gets me in low morale. When we were in humanities, we were learning about how basically, like, the way that the economy and shit is, like, it's just centered for rich people to keep getting richer and, like, the middle class to just sit on their thumbs and, like, accept it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna take a lot of work to fix that. I was like, oh man, this kind of sucks. Like, I knew I knew that would happen. Yeah. But like, how do you?
1950s stuff. It was well, like obviously it was pretty shitty.
Switch my camera.
Like, why are you?
Why are you outside?
It's Scooby Doo, bro.
But like, did you watch the movie with Robert Reich, the Inequality Fall movie?
Yeah.
And like they were talking about like when the government was subsidizing certain things like education, the economy was better because there was less inequality.
Yeah. But like, It was better, but how do we get back to that state where it's better? Because like now everyone's just got this preconceived idea that like socialism is bad, and honestly, I don't even know what the hell socialism is.
Well, socialism.
But like,
it's more than just government does stuff, which is a pretty like reductive and incorrect way of looking at things. So if I look at socialism is defined as a political economic theory of social organization which advocates that the means of production, distribution, and exchange should be owned and regulated by the community as a whole.
What was that?
So, like, that's just like the means of production.
it just sounds like everybody gets a say in everything, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't even sound bad.
Well, okay. I guess that the reason why everyone thinks it's bad is because you can blame, I guess, the rise of literature conservatism in the United States, especially following Reagan. If you look at like Ronald Reagan and what he did, his like whole trickle-down economics idea, which is the idea that if you make the rich richer, their money's gonna flow downwards to people.
Yeah, but that is not really the case. I mean, I guess it does trickle down, but no, we need a lot more than a trickle, bro.
Yeah, exactly. But
we need that waterfall.
Yeah, he was like the rise of neoliberalism and like the idea of the liberating the economy from the government. No more. He called them welfare queens. Was a term he liked to use quite often. And,
welfare queens?
Yeah.
Huh.
The idea was that these people would specifically only work on government subsidies, live off government handouts, like a stimulus check, something similar to a stimulus check, but only a stimulus check. And I mean, some people consider that a dog whistle against like black people. Not familiar totally with it. I learned that like freshman year, I think they taught us.
I'm not familiar at all with any of it, so.
Let me look it up really quick. The welfare queen is people call it a dog whistle. I'm pretty sure. Again, and that's where like my brain goes out the window. Oh, welfare queen is a derogatory term used in the United States to refer to women or who allegedly misuse or collect excessive welfare payments through fraud, child engagement, and manipulation. That's fun. Yeah,
So it's just people who use welfare checks for like bad stuff?
Yep.
That just sounds like an irresponsible spender. Or spender, not sponder.
Yeah. Well, the idea behind it is not the irresponsibility, it's the fact that they intentionally are using this.
Yeah.
But Ronald Reagan is the one who really pushed it forward back in 1976 during that election. But they were never. There was one person, Linda Taylor, I guess. Yeah, she committed excessive welfare fraud, and she was coined the welfare queen. And that's when they kind of ended the social program. Again, you see that in the 1980s. If you've seen the movie Joker, it kind of touches upon that, actually.
Is this a history podcast?
No, I'm just talking about it because I like it.
I'm actually learning a lot, and I like talking about it. Well, more when it comes to economics, I guess, because I'm not, like, I never have high aspirations for myself, so I'm like, I'm gonna make $1 bajillion, and I'm gonna be completely set in life. I feel like I'm gonna be pretty mediocre or average, so I guess middle class would be my aim. And it'd be nice to have things be more equal, right? Because, you know, you get to see a lot of sucky, like, unfortunate stuff firsthand, just with this whole Bay Area getting hella expensive, and, you know, just everything's expensive now. And shouldn't minimum wage be like $30 or something?
Yes. Yeah.
But it's like 18. Because
if you adjust it for inflation since the 1970s,
but they stopped increasing the wages. And like, that's another thing. I always hear about a bunch of kids like our age and like younger, maybe older, being scared of a 9 to 5. Honestly, I don't really care. Because I always had an idea that hopefully the job that I work at, I like enough to not want to be really upset about working from 9 to 5. But like, shouldn't we have not even needed to?
What, not need to work at 9 to 5?
Yeah, not need to work a 9 to 5, like less.
Is like your standard job, like off
Or
job.
was it working like more than 9 to 5?
No, working 9 to 5 is like an 8-hour work. I think is it 8 hours? That's an 8-hour work day. That's short these days, actually.
Yeah, I think that was the thing.
That's a 40-hour work week. You know how many people are jealous of that shit now? But I guess, especially looking like the computer engineering industries, that shit's like people working like 70-hour weeks these days.
Oh, it's so hot, dude.
Hey, that sounds like sucky.
I've gotten to the point that I can accept that I'm gonna hate my job regardless if I get to like say if I work for fucking NASA or who knows, maybe I have to go to Space Force or whatever. I'm still gonna hate
My
it.
little beard hairs are poking me.
The fuck?
Thank
you,
I
Gabe.
fucking hate running the so bad. And it's so hot, I'm like breathing on myself.
Are you wearing a jacket right now too?
Yeah.
Oh no shit.
Fuck my dick. I'm buying a new jacket right now. That's where I'm going.
Oh my god.
Oh, for the BTS?
Jacket. Oh
my
BTS
god,
jacket. Get the BTS jacket.
It's gonna be another black jacket, dude.
Oh my god.
The Old Navy's like the only clothing spot near my house. I tried Target like yesterday. I was like, no, this shit's up. It's just like formal pants, formal shirt, formal bullshit.
Did you not look at like the exercise jackets?
I didn't see it. I went to the men's section. All this stuff was like formal shit.
I see.
I'm just looking at this like minimum wage stuff.
Yeah, minimum wage is depressing.
Yeah, I remember I was telling my dad's like saying, oh, because people aren't going back to work, and I was like, well, why aren't people going back to work? Guess what? You don't get paid enough. You're not gonna work the job. Why am I,
Yeah.
Nobody wants to have to work two part-time jobs. Let's be honest.
You should really only have to have one job, and that's it.
Yeah, but like you average, a lot of Americans these days have to work more than one. And it's ridiculous. Like the idea you have to work 2 jobs to survive in America.
Or overtime as well.
Yeah, that doesn't scream American dream to me. That screams just plain like that's just inefficient. You're working these people to death, and like nobody's gonna be happy at the end of the day. What did anybody really win except like the rich guy?
Yeah.
Because like there has to be a balance somewhere between hard work and reward. I get the fact that you need to work hard to make it in life, but it's like that's stupid.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't have to do that, but I feel it does suck that people do have to, and they don't get a choice in the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yo.
I'm
about to head out. I just saw that there was a restricted channel, and I wanted to test if I could get in.
I'm recording us talking about economics.
NASA jacket.
Oh, right, right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, elemental. Alright, I'm gonna head out. Bye.
Okay.
How is he able to join? What the hell?
Because he's probably got the one game through.
God, I fucking hate that kid.
Fuck you. I hate you too.
Not you, Malcolm.
I know. I hate both of you.
Why are you saying me?
I don't know. I hate both of you.
I love all of you. And I can say that because it's a gay month.
Oh yeah. Happy game.
Happy gay month, guys.
Gay month.
Dude, I don't get it. Why do the gays get their own holiday, but like us sexual predators don't?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Holy shit. I'll admit I wasn't expecting that one. I was expecting something else.
That's talk humor. Let's go.
Woohoo!
Humor is quite an interesting thing. And I feel like 90% of it comes down to just knowing the situation.
Yeah,
Or like reading the room.
Yeah, don't be mean. Make a really off-color joke in front of people.
Well, I mean, and if you're gonna do that, obviously read the room. Like know who you're talking to, and like how they might handle that. Some people are like, "Oh, this guy's clearly joking," but there's a lot of people who like to take things too literally or serious, and it's like, "Oh shoot, no, now I'm canceled," because
You fuck.
that's what we do in 2021. We cancel people.
Let's go back to boycotting people. That sounded so much better. Like
What is
canceling
boycotting people?
boycotting means like especially in context of businesses, like just don't go there. It's functionally similar to canceling, but canceling's a lot more like social. Like don't talk to them, don't do that. Like that's like generally speaking, a boycott will end once change is brought about. If I'm not mistaken, if you think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, because everyone thinks boycott. I think people think of like the bus boycotts of the civil rights movement, and that's a pretty.
I think of the grapes. I think of farmers boycotting and like picketing, or yeah, picketing. I mean, boycotting.
Apparently, the first boycott was used by the Nazis. That's kind of funny.
Uh-oh. Okay, let's change it.
Alright, we're not doing boycott anymore.
I don't know. My whole thing is like, I don't think people should be canceled in the sense of we just say that you're bad and then you have to live with that for the rest of your life all alone because no one's allowed to talk to you or they are also bad. Because I think that people deserve a chance for growth, depending on the situation, of course.
That's why I think it's being like boycott or some
Yeah.
of that. Not canceling is like final and resolute, which is
Yeah.
I mean, I guess some people deserve that. There's some shitty people on the world that I don't feel like forgiving, but let's not talk about
And that's another thing. Like, what people do and get canceled for is such a gray. Like, everything is so gray and vague.
if it's Twitter canceling, it's fucking anything. But that's
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
But like Twitter canceling and just in general is more emotional based.
Mm-hmm.
I see people get canceled for some stupid ass shit, but then someone who's like saying the N word does not get canceled, and I'm just like, well, okay, why is that person getting canceled? Not the guy who's literally saying racist slurs.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I think like when it comes to language, people should just like give a heads up. Like, I don't appreciate this language, and then hopefully the person who said it can respect that and try to work on what they're saying.
Yeah, like Papa John, like the Papa John's guy.
You can redeem
Yet
Wait, what?
he had to. He's like, oh, I'm doing therapy to remove the word from my language. The dude says the N word like hella often.
Oh.
Yeah, that dude was
Yes,
racist. I'm not surprised he got like canceled and shit. He said like he was like hella racist.
Yeah.
He's weird. It's hella funny though. Like the video, like the day of reckoning is coming. He's like sweaty. He sounds like Joker or something. It's like, oh, the day.
Gotta love Papa John's.
Go eat at Papa John's now. They got a white supremacist. Oh god. That would get me saying that would get me canceled. I'm gonna get canceled for saying eat at Papa John's because I mean he's not even the owner now. They just share the same name. But, like,
Yeah.
oh, Chick-fil-A.
Just. Oh.
That
Chick-fil-A is pretty interesting.
Like that one time, since someone in a school got called out for posting chicken and it just did not end well.
Dude,
10 out of 10.
I don't know why people made such a big deal about it. I feel so bad for, like, being rude to people now.
I think it's fine, like, being antagonistic on some level is okay. But, like, don't take it overboard. That as long... Well, actually, I say that, but then, like, that's just acting like a dick. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, I felt like I was a dick, though. Like, to a lot of people, I was definitely a dick.
Alright, I'm done.
We're all big dicks.
Like, I hope the next time I discuss with or I talk with someone and we have disagreeing viewpoints, I can just have a genuine discussion as opposed to an argument. I think that's what everybody would hope for. Hopefully.
Well, I don't think that's ever gonna happen with the rest of some of our classmates, but like, maybe. I don't have high hope.
If I don't have a new jacket, right? Oh.
What color is it?
What color is it?
Oh, guess what color? Guess what color? Guess what
Black.
color? Black.
Jimin?
Jimin color. Dude, it was either this, Rick or Morty, or Friends, dude.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
You should have got Rick or Morty.
Like a high IQ shit, no?
Yeah, high IQ, but we all know that Gabe's got like the lowest IQ here.
I'm the same as Mark.
Yeah, he knows what Rick and Morty is.
He's smart, dude.
Yeah, come on, Andrew.
I guess so. Yeah, that's true.
You watch Rick and Morty? You're smart.
My guy.
Smart man.
Smart.
Oh,
I'm a very smart man, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
I
I just wish I was a lot less childish when it came to things that really matter.
high school.
No, I'm not saying like high
I
school.
don't think like what you did in high school is really gonna affect. Like it. Like I guess.
Oh,
they
no.
interact with the people, so I don't think it like mattered.
Yeah, I just wish like when things start to like when an argument escalates or whatever, I wish I could just be the bigger person and not keep it going, not add fuel to the flames. But that's usually what I've done. And not that it's necessarily like backfired and I'm canceled, but like it's just not the right thing to do.
Yeah, I understand. As long as you're learning, I guess if you're learning from it, that's the best thing you take away from it.
I don't even know what I want to do. I want to go home.
Is there a park nearby?
I don't think so.
Go sit on a
I want
bench.
to go
You could like,
park. I'll go park.
I was just meant like, yeah, you could just sit down. Yeah, sit down, stare directly into the sun.
Give it a hot take, Gabe. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything other than black sweaters are garbage. Wait.
Sweaters? Why was that
That's
one?
why. Papa John's.
Wait.
The Papa John's will never kill. That's my hot take.
What?
Papa John's is
Papa-
good, man.
I mean, he probably could have been he probably might have been a decent dude. It's just that his language wasn't deemed appropriate. Which
No,
I guess I can get behind.
He said pretty racist shit about black.
Oh,
Like
Oh,
I saw the
shit.
quote. He was like saying shit about black people. Like he was using the N word, and it's like then like the neighborhood. It was just racist. I was like, oh. Like apparently people like
Nah.
told him to shut up, but he just wouldn't shut up on saying the N word. Like in the call, I was like, oh, that's bad. He really does not give a shit.
he's Papa John's, dude. He'll beat your ass. My whole thing with a lot of those words is I've just realized, like, there's no benefit to me saying them. Like, it's not... Yeah, there's no benefit to me saying them. If anything, there's a negative effect, because now a handful of people don't like me. Now a whole race wants to kill me. You know, I just made...
a handful.
you know, like
Just the
everybody's
average.
uncomfortable, and like you can use different shock value humor that doesn't require degrading people or using slurs. I think shock value humor might be overrated as well.
And Shark Valley humor is what you find funny at like ages like 14 to 16.
I think it's definitely very like a teenager centered thing.
Well, I think that sometimes shock humor is still good, but like excessive is annoying.
Yeah, I
like
think
downright. Oh, fuck black people. Then like whatever.
Yeah, it's just like having a random ass just say the N word. That like you can say that shock humor, but is it that funny? Not particularly.
I used to think it's pretty funny.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, but Yusuf is pretty immature in my opinion.
Oh, the way Yusuf sees things.
I love Yusuf, but I think he is quite the immature
Fuck
guy.
Yusuf. I love Yusuf.
Cancel Yusuf.
Man.
I want to cancel Dream. I want to see him get canceled. That'd be funny.
What did he cheated on a speedrun, right? That was it?
Oh,
No,
he did Minecraft.
he hosted like Notch on his like he gave Notch a platform and stuff.
Oh.
And like Notch is a Nazi. On the basis of that, how come he's not canceled?
Because he made Minecraft, dude.
Fuck.
Hey, you want to cancel the guy who made Minecraft?
He doesn't even.
Yeah, then say goodbye to Minecraft.
He doesn't even make Minecraft anymore. 90% of the good shit in the game wasn't even made by him anymore.
Yeah, but he started it.
Yeah.
I mean, like...
You can be a Nazi if you make a good game.
Fair enough.
Look at the people.
You gotta outweigh the good.
I mean, it's kind of like... It's like... Wait, no, never mind. That's a really shit analogy.
What? Oh,
I was gonna say, like... it's like God and Jesus. Jesus did like 90% of the work, but you can't get rid of God, though.
Dude, Sidewalk is close. I go back all the way around.
All 1v1 them. Gabe, what is closed? Papa John's?
I'm gonna wear Papa John's like clothes.
Across the street, but the fucking sidewalk is closed. Now I gotta go back for another crosswalk.
Sick.
Don't get hit by a car, please. Look both ways. Do you look both ways before you cross the street?
Sure.
Yeah, it's... I don't know, I feel like there's some Francos.
It's just habit at this point.
Yeah, that should be second nature.
Yeah.
We look, we don't actually observe, I guess.
I always check for cars. Like, unless I'm walking on the sidewalk. Like, if I'm on a run or something, I'm always checking for cars, because, I don't know, people are crazy. And they drive like me. Me?
I do not want to learn. I don't want to start driving. I don't want to be so shit at it.
I don't think so. I think, honestly, people put too much... Well, people put such a real amount of stress into driving. When really, if you think about it, it's kind of like when I was lifeguarding and I was doing the test, I almost wanted to quit because this guy made this 200-pound dude made me rescue him in the practice, and I was like, I don't know if I could do this. I was barely alive, but then also I was like, dude, I'm in charge of people's lives. That's something really serious. El Camino. At Jeopardy, again.
Well, if you think about it,
and that's the same thing when you're driving, right? You're in charge of these people's lives, but you know that 90% of the time, you're not going to be in any situation where you're going to need to, it'll come down to that. Right? And that's just part of, defensive driving and making sure you're doing the best that you can to stay safe. So, take driving seriously, but not too much to where you psych yourself out. You just can't psych yourself out.
I think that's true for most things you're learning, to be honest.
Yeah. Just never psych yourself out, man. Keep it chill. That's a very good skill to be able to calm yourself when you need to. I think being able to calm yourself when you need to would stop a lot of arguments too. Such a critical skill that not very many people have, including myself.
I think that's what it's growing up. Or
Or being a monk.
yeah, or being a monk too.
I'm just kidding. I don't know what the hell monks do. I think they just go bald.
I think when like you scribe shit for the church, like I'm thinking like Catholic monks for the record.
Oh, I was thinking of the ones with the 6 dots on their head.
Buddhist? I think? No, I don't.
I think Buddhist monks or like the monks that are in China that
Those are also
that
Buddhist.
people are really cool of. Whatever.
Yeah, Buddhism is really popular in China. Yes.
Oh,
strange.
Scribes, social.
Religion is so weird to me. I feel like I don't really get most of it. I try to respect it all, you know. I don't want to say anything messed up. You know how John's always like, haha, your God's fake or something. That's probably something John would say
That would
to Yusuf. I'm pretty sure I've heard that in a call before. Haha, your God's fake.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah. But, you know, I want to be respectful to as many people as possible, even those who don't deserve my respect. Just religion itself really confuses me. I feel like there's a lot of loopholes. Like what? It also in the past, like all the wars and stuff, and battles that were fought because of religion. Like I'm pretty sure, like all these books are just like from 3. They're like practically the same dudes. It's just they chose a different main character, and now they're fighting over who would win or
that's
something like that.
accurate, actually.
It'd be like Naruto, right? And you're like arguing of who would win, like Naruto, Sasuke, or like Kakashi. But instead you're taking people's lives over it.
God versus Vishnu.
It's like it's like, bro, Jesus was this guy, and then they're like, nah, dude, the savior is some other dude.
Well, yeah, it's like all the Abrahamic religions all worship the same God, but we all like hate each other. Israel.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, and then they're all like, oh, peace and love, but then they'll easily like spit on someone who slightly disagrees with it, and that same person will spit on the other guy, but they're all like about peace and love. Like, what the hell?
There was a time when like it was like that, and oddly enough in the Middle East. Not perfectly, but there was a time like when like you know you could be a Christian living in like fucking Tehran or whatever it was called back then, and like, you would not be like on a cross for that shit like you are now.
Like, people just kind of coexisted.
Yeah, well, except the Jews, they've kind of always had some person after them.
Yeah, dude, I feel like they were just like the stepchild, dude.
But it's like,
They just got this jab.
The religion came first.
They're the older stepchild then.
They're the adopted child before the parents realized that they could actually have kids.
Basically, though, they got shafted. I feel bad.
Yeah, a lot of people felt bad, but that also like led to issues.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh hi, Melquiet joined. I'm recording this, by the way.
Oh, you guys are talking right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that, like you see a lot of people that say like, oh, who confuse anti-Zionism with anti-Semitism. And it's like, oh, you don't like the creation of Israel, you must hate Jews. You're just like the Nazis. I'm like, I don't. That's not the same thing. But okay. Yeah.
Well, I don't know what it is. So.
Anti-Semitism, anti-Jewism, anti-Zionist is anti-Israel.
Oh.
You can be anti-Zionist but not anti-Semist. Anti-Semists are like Nazis and shit, like KKK. Arians, but whatever the fuck they're called these days.
I
Cowboys.
feel like that. Interestingly enough, I feel like all that should be so straightforward because they're given like a title or a name because it represents like this thing. But for some reason, people group it with another thing, or they assume it means a different thing, and then it gets spread around, and now it becomes something else that it wasn't.
Now you understand labels, cultural values put into labels.
Dang, dude,
Big,
such a history lesson.
big moment. Like Nazis, they're technically called National Socialists, but that's just a label. They are not socialists, they are fascists. Also, the Italians came up with fascism. Fuck the Italians. What? That's a joke.
They made pizza. It's all good.
They gave us Hawaiian.
Did they
it's
even
fucking...
make pizza?
Yeah, they did pizza. But like the pizza you eat in America is American Italian.
Of course, everything in America is American. Something. Go for it.
Except like a hamburger, like a hot dog. Those are straight up American. Because I don't think
Yeah.
you call a hamburger, German American because it's so detached from a Hamburg steak.
That's the same thing with it. Weren't Hamburg steaks not even using like a bun? Wasn't it more just like a steak
Ground
shape?
beef, and then they grill it, or they pan fry it, like all here with mushrooms and some stuff.
Yeah.
I think
It was more like.
Salisbury steak now.
Those are good.
But the Salisbury steak, not a ham. Oh wait, no, that's from the United States. What? So wait, where did the hamburger come from? Oh, the Hamburg steak is there. We go. That's German. But it's so detached that I would not
Yeah.
like that. It's mincemeat, not ground meat, so it's different.
Does that mean that burritos also came from America? Because aren't they like not Mexican?
Check.
I just always remember hearing that burritos weren't actually a Mexican
No, it's
thing.
tacos.
Really? Tacos weren't a Mexican thing?
Okay, well, technically speaking, they were like right from across the border.
Oh, yeah, that's iconic, dude.
They're traditionally food of Seattle. I can't pronounce that. I am so sorry. They're bordering El Paso, Texas, so it's like, it's across the border.
Doesn't even matter. They got grouped in with it anyways.
Apparently the standard style, like the burrito you commonly get now, like it's called a mission style burrito. That's from San Francisco, actually.
Huh.
That's awesome. I did not know that, but I'm
That's
hungry
good.
again. Fuck.
I'm actually not hungry. Surprisingly, I could easily eat though, because I just kind of have a black hole for a stomach.
So fucking short.
I'm pretty sure tacos are actually from yeah, those are actually from Mexico, oddly enough. I thought they were American.
What the hell?
What the hell?
Oh, was that a car? I thought that was Gabe, like, making a noise into a fan.
What? Fajitas are from...
Outside, bro.
Fajitas are from where?
Oh, no, that's Turbo Gabe right there.
Wait, Thomas, fajitas are from where?
They're from Texas!
I could see it. I think I had a fajita last night. That's the thing with a bunch of cheese, right? No, like a cheese on top.
I don't know, not everyone puts cheese on top.
I don't know. That's the one that I had.
So a lot of these, like, make sense. Like, taco salad is obviously not Mexican. I don't think, yeah. Yeah, these, like, make sense. Like a cheese dip. I think nachos
Are you
also.
talking like an enchilada, Andrew?
Oh, maybe it was an enchilada.
Enchiladas
probably-
have like red sauce on them normally?
Yeah, it was an enchilada. I'm messed up.
I can't remember exactly what it was.
Fajitas
I think
have,
it's like shredded chicken. Not shredded, like, stripped chicken with like veggies in it,
I remember what fajitas are. Aren't they the ones where they give you like the plate that's on like fire and sizzling?
Yeah, that's
It's just sizzling. Yeah, and then it basically like builds your own taco.
effectively, yeah. But Oh, tacos, nachos are actually Mexican, but yeah, they're, like apparently pretty close to the border.
I think everything was pretty close to the border because we have such a lovely relationship with Mexico.
Oh yeah.
Our lovely history. I'm kind of interested though, because apparently like California and like we've got really good Mexican food, right? I'm curious to see like if we go somewhere else, how would their Mexican food be?
Let's go to Colorado and see what Mexican food's like.
Yeah, let's go to Colorado, and while we're building a nuclear power plant, we can, yeah, try out some Mexican food. It's just like, it's just Lunchables.
God.
Like, you know those Lunchables nachos? Kind of heat.
Colorado. Yeah, this is not. Well, actually, I like this pretty good. What makes Colorado Mexico? Oh, apparently you might actually have.
Good Mexican
They
food.
might actually have good Mexican. Oh, never mind. Apparently you might actually have good shit. Like have good street tacos. Okay, let's go check out New York. I feel like Boston. I feel like
Yeah,
Boston.
try like farther on the East Coast, like maybe Virginia.
If I ever, when I visit my sister in Virginia, I'll try some. But I want to
Go to
like,
Michigan.
what is to find the
Actually,
best?
there's an amazing taco vendor on one of the Michigan lakes. That'd be awesome.
Where's Mexican food in United States? I want to see the shittiest fucking, like, it's just so bad. I want to see like someone really just tell me Taco Bell is Mexican. Like, or fast food.
I want to get pho tomorrow. Wait, not tomorrow, Sunday.
Yeah, we can. I would say let's get chicken nuggets and then we'll get pho afterwards.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Gabe, are you fine with that?
You guys
He's
go
fine
get
there.
chicken
So
nuggets.
one's back in pizza.
Mana, McDonald's.
You want to get BTS and then go to pho?
Chicken McNuggets, gotcha.
What's pho?
It's like, it's the culture.
Have you
That's
ever had
really
pho
bad.
before? It's literally noodle
It's
soup.
a
Vietnamese noodle
soup.
So good.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's
a rice
Vietnamese.
noodle. It's a very thin noodle, yeah? Or is there different kinds, Tommy?
Some people use egg noodle, but usually it's rice noodle is the most common. I find.
They're like
They
thin
got a-
noodles.
They got a bunch of cool stuff in it, though.
Yeah.
You'll like it, probably. If you don't, I'll eat it.
I'm down, but I don't want to eat and then eat again, you know?
Well,
Then
Like, I'm
don't.
trying to
I
just
feel
go
like
to
getting. I feel like I should get like a small stuff from McDonald's. Not like
Sure.
10 piece. Get a 5 piece.
But I want the BTS meal, man.
You're the only
Okay,
one who wants the
just-
BTS.
Nah,
Why don't-
Malcolm wants it too. Dude. Malcolm wants it too.
I also
Malcolm
wanna
can
get
eat
pho.
2 meals.
Yeah, I can
Hey
eat 2
man,
meals too.
that's what I normally order. So I might try just for the sauces. I want to try
I
the
want the
sauces.
sauce. That's all I care about too is the sauce.
The sauce is what interests me, but can you get the sauce by itself? Because if
I
that's the
don't think
case,
so.
yeah,
You
I had a
probably- You
feeling.
probably could at McDonald's. You probably could.
Hey, you got any contacts there, Gabe?
Maybe.
I kind of want.
Yeah, you know
Jungkook
chicken
personally?
nuggets and see what happens if I add to a syrup with it. Like, can I have like an almost chicken and waffle type thing?
If you ask for just the sauce, they'll probably give you just the
No,
sauce.
I want to add some chicken nuggets and pancake syrup.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I want to do that. I want to.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
have
would
to
probably-
do that.
I mean, not this time.
That
but,
sounds
like,
like ass, but like if you want to.
I want to try. I want to see fried chicken and
I mean, we can just technically, let's just see. Well, first we gotta ask if they'll let us just get the BTS sauce.
Yeah.
Excuse
I'm
me.
gonna get like a 5-piece chicken nuggets with the
Thank
BTS
you.
sauce.
Well, if
No,
you
no,
just get the BTS
Actually,
sauce, then you can just get like,
I could eat a 10-piece on my own.
I could eat, like-
But it's just like.
I give you like a 40 piece and then eat pho.
Jesus.
I could try, but it depends how I'm feeling that day.
I
Is the
definitely
pho
could
place
not
like
do
an actual
that.
like restaurant here? You think? I don't
I
want to just
can-
like go in there and not eat anything.
Wait, what?
Like, is it like a fancy pho place? Like, what's the pho place like?
It's a sit-in restaurant.
Oh yeah, because I just don't want to go in there and then just sit there and eat nothing. 'Cause I already ate.
I mean, you can get a drink. I know that they have like teas, like special drinks, specialty drinks, right? I hope
Yeah,
this isn't.
I think Malcolm wants to play basketball. I'm gonna bring my ball. And I think Derek's gonna bring his too.
Alright,
Alright.
this sounds like chaos time.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I'm the best
I should go
basketball
eat
player.
dinner after this once you stop recording.
What time is it?
5.
It's 5:21.
I kind of want to get food. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm fine.
How long have we been talking?
Over an hour and 1 minute now.
Oh wow,
That's it.
this day feels like it. I felt like that was like an hour and a half. This day has gone on for a long time for me.
I need to get up again. I spent like 2 hours just doing math problems today, and I didn't even get that great score in my exam.
Did you pass though?
Well, I can't fail it. So,
Oh,
no, it's just a turn
So-
class. I think they're gonna suggest that I take like a remedial course, and I really don't want to take a remedial.
then don't.
I'm not gonna take a remedial. Because like I know I'm not that stupid. Like come on, like seriously, I don't.
You are now in charge of your future endeavors.
Well, obviously, I'm not gonna take calculus, so I'm not ready for that shit.
I'm gonna get changed.
Into Zujaki. Yeah, I think this is a fine point to end
Any
off on.
closing thoughts on someone we went from? You know,
We went all over the place, and I had an enjoyable time talking. It was pretty informative too. I think I actually learned a lot. Thank you, Thomas.
let's go.
And hopefully the pho and BTS meal are pretty key. And with that, we close Rock Talk.
Bye.
Bye.